Welcome to a brand new episode of the Real Life Podcast, a member of the Nation Network of podcasts and delivered by DoorDash.
Welcome to Real Life, everyone.
What is going on right now?
I think that I'm in love with Matthew Tkachuk.
Are you guys all drunk?
Real Life Podcast, episode 398. Bag Milk, Jay, Wanye, Liam sitting in for Tyler. Gang's here. Got plenty to talk about. In the intro to this very podcast, Wanye said, I think I'm in love with Matthew Tkachuk. Well, if you've been paying attention recently, sounds like Matthew Tkachuk.
Now I really love Matthew Tkachuk. Before I respected him, and now that he is spat in the face of Calgary and the Flames franchise to this disrespectful degree, now I want to bring a sign next time he comes to town that says, thank you for everything, Matthew. Thank you.
Well, I want to ask you about that because if you haven't been paying attention, Matthew Tkachuk looks to be on the way out of Calgary right quick.
Imminent.
And Wanye, I know you recorded a new episode of BOA Banter with our boy Princey from Flames Nation today.
Poor Princey,
I just want to know, how did that go? Because I talked to him yesterday, and he seems like a defeated man.
We need to get a nation bus down to Calgary to just give him the biggest hug ever.
Yeah, just a group hug for Princey. I agree with that.
Yeah, hugs for Princey.
So how did that go today?
It was pretty good. I mean, like, I had him with the kill shot, and then I spared him. You know what I mean? I could have been like, wow, both your starters left, and you guys are terrible. But I was like, man, this is even much for us to watch up here. Like, this is a monumental disrespect to the team that you have right now. If you're Tkachuk, the opportunity to step into the void left by Gaudreau and be like, I am the Flames, and probably have your jersey retired. And instead, bye.
It's time to just look at this at a human level and show a little compassion for another human that lives still himself.
Princey's like, you know what's probably screwing us is our crappy arena. I'm like, oh, don't say that. In my mind, I'm like, it's totally screwing you. Your arena's so crappy.
Well, the Saddle Dome is
it's such a dump.
He said some guy left the Flames for Florida. Who would this have been? Like a couple years ago.
Sam Bennett got traded to Florida.
Sam Bennett.
Yeah. And then he was like Instagram living how there's like Lambos in the Florida Panther parking lot. It's all Lambos and Ferraris and shit. So there's like a conspiracy theory that because he's still tight with all the Flames, he was like, now that I've left Calgary, the life is so great, I could never even fathom going back. And people were just like, okay, he's right.
They're just twisting the knife down there.
Oh, man.
Well, what was your approach?
So self-loathing, it was fantastic.
What was your approach to Princey, Wanye? Were you piling on, or did you kind of go like, man, that fucking sucks?
Well, I'd alternate. I'd draw him in with kind words. Then occasionally I'd say things like, well, at the same time that you're asking someone to live in the worst city on the planet, you want to live in Calgary, Princey? That sort of thing, right? But I don't know, like, we've lived through some dark times, and I think things have a ebb and flow of life. And I think right now we beat them so badly, the first Battle of Alberta in 31 years, there may not be another one for quite a while here.
Well, and that's one of the things that bummed me out too, is because for the last few years, the Battle of Alberta was actually fun again. Yeah. It wasn't just watching Alex Hemsky.
That had a lot to do with Matthew Tkachuk and Johnny Gaudreau.
Yeah, well, Matthew Tkachuk and Zach Kassian, they kind of rebuilt it and kind of got it firing again. With the turtle thing. Oh, I mean, we moved a fucking ton of turtle tees at that one game.
Oh, man.
Well, so to that point, they said, what are you guys going to do with the mascot costumes? And on the fly, this was my idea. Let's hire like kung fu teachers to wear the costumes and have a 4-man turtle fight in center of Ford Hall and just beat the shit out of one another. Everyone's like, the Tkachuks are killing each other.
Mm-hmm.
That was my idea.
Yeah,
it's a good idea.
That'd be entertaining.
Something to
probably sell.
You asked me how Battle of Alberta went. This was the best we had of 90 minutes of talking.
Well, it makes sense. You got to redo the mascots. I actually like Courtney Terrio's tweet from about a week ago, where he had on one side was Hunter showing the whole crowd his abs, and on the other side of the tweet was Harvey the Hound, but post-flood Harvey the Hound.
Oh yeah, is that what that was? That ruined head is post-flood.
Yeah. Post-flood Harvey the Hound.
Oh, that's so dark.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's rough times down in Calgary.
Yeah.
But I also,
boys.
But it's also a huge opportunity.
Huge opportunity.
They can sign Nazem Kadri.
I also, I have a hard time shitting on.
Bad news sells better than good news.
Well, it does, that's for sure. But I have a hard time shitting on the Flames right now because the others have got 2 monster extensions that need to come in 2 and 3 years. So
Yeah, but cap will be higher. And hopefully we're winning.
But in this case, cap wasn't part of the issue. They just didn't want to play in Calgary.
Yeah, which is so interesting, and just, we have to take a moment now because players, once they're UFAs, they can do whatever they want. And that is clearly evident in Calgary. And Matthew's making his UFA moves 2 years early somehow. So bravo to him. So we have to be very grateful as Oilers fans that they went max term, right? So that gives us the biggest. So we got to be very grateful that those guys are actually committed to trying to make the Oilers great. So for us as Oilers fans, thank you.
Yes.
So now what we have to do, and this is now on the organization, is, our window the time is now. We've been saying that forever, but now we legitimately have a 3-year window because that's when Draisaitl's contract is up. We need to win.
Have to win.
We need to win, and if we win, and there is now the opportunity to be like a super team and try to win multiple times, we have a great chance of keeping these guys, right? Because they're going to be going cup hunting after these contracts, right? So we have to be the team that gets the cups for them that they want to hunt,
and make sure that they do it together.
Well, there's exactly right. Those there's like a Sedin-like bond between those two, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see the play on the ice, you see it outside. Like they're very close to one another, which is great. So that's an opportunity. So you sign one, you likely sign the other. Hopefully, the cap is high enough that you can't afford both because they're going to be worth everything under the sun.
100%.
That's the next issue.
You got to give it to them.
Got to give it to them. They're well deserved.
Yeah.
So it'll be an interesting situation, but you know what? That's 3 years from now.
So I'll be lobbying the next 3 years for the NHL to add franchise tags in on the CBA.
Yeah.
That would go a long way.
Yeah.
We just
okay, then we're not getting Hallebuck, and that was the main impetus of our continued build. With Campbell and net, what do we need left, Jake?
He needs defense. The issue with Campbell, this is my biggest concern with Campbell, is now he's a $5 million goalie. You know how we treat $5 million goalies. You have to be very good. But we're not setting him up for success right now. He has got a giant target at his back at $5 million. He's now, and Toronto is a pressure cooker, but Edmonton is also a pressure cooker, and he sometimes doesn't deal best with pressure. But we got to give him to mitigate all these things and allow him to be his best, because if he's his best, we will love him.
We were talking about on BLT Bets, Liam. What do you remember what the Vezina odds were for him? Because we plus 3,000 or something with our friends at Points Bet Canada.
Yeah, right around that.
I mean, we have glaring holes on D, and I am so sick and tired of people like, well, where do you slot in? Like I always say, let's get Chicken. Like, where would you put him? Like our D's already filled out. Like, fuck that, it is. Yeah. We can push guys back. We can push guys out. Like there's no need to have Broberg in if we have better options to bring in now.
Well, and also on the right-hand side specifically, you got Bouchard and Barry, and they're basically replicas of each other.
And you can't. Bouchard can't defend. Bouchard is offensive. Like to me, both Bouchard and Barry are both expendable. One of the two. You can't have both.
Well, then it's got to be Barry.
Sure. But it's good. It's whatever.
I do respect that your trade Bouchard thing has gone on for quite some time now.
But I'm not wrong. Everyone loves there's this upside. He's young, perfect. That's high value. Our right side of our defense isn't strong enough defensively right now.
No, I agree.
Our left side isn't strong enough defensively right now. We're in a 3-year window. It's do whatever it goddamn takes. Mm-hmm. You won't be yelling at Ken Holland if he trades Bouchard and we win a cup. I'm not saying that we have to.
No,
Obviously, the easy out right now is get Barry because that unlocks more cap room, which is most important. But it's whatever it takes to make our right side good.
Well, and the left side.
It doesn't matter. And the left side.
I don't think
everything's on the table. Everything.
Liam, you're a head scout. What do you think?
I mean, if you get to move Broberger for like Chicken or something like that, then that's worth it.
That's one. Okay, what are we doing on the right side? Who should we get? Who should we get on the right side? Who do the Oilers need to make Jack Campbell look great?
Tyler was in on Colin Miller for a while, right? Calvin Hahn's a right-handed defenseman. I mean, it feels like a lot of the guys who everyone wanted are now just gone.
So I've heard Calvin DeHaan wants to come to Edmonton. We just can't meet him at his money, so Calvin has to come down a bit.
How much do you think he wants?
He probably wants 3.
3, yeah. I think the left side improving that is more important than the right side right now.
What do you mean? We've got who's defensive on the right side? No one.
But your third
you have 2 forwards playing D right now.
With Bouchard and Barry?
Yeah, they're not
Yeah,
defensemen.
I just think moving Barry is the answer to all of this.
Okay, but who are we getting? Calvin DeHaan is a
don't
good
know who
bottom.
we're getting.
Is your third pair,
Yeah.
right?
And
if you could get,
CC is fine, but CC in on a really good team is in the second pair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then, so
that's fine.
I think people were saying a lot last year the Oilers have every defenseman is elevated up one level, right?
So we can't have that. That's
Yeah,
not sustainable.
But I think that's why maybe even losing Keith is a little bit more of a hit than people realize. Because
You have to fill his
the
20
balance
minutes.
of that. Yeah,
Yeah.
now you have to fill that with Kulak. But then if you have Kulak too high up the lineup, then you have to play Broberg and Barry
But Kulak's a
together.
left shot D, is he not?
Yes.
Yes.
And he will play as offside, which is not ideal.
Yeah.
He played all left side last
He
year. it
played
looks like.
left
Yeah.
last year with Barry, and he made Barry good.
Yes.
Right? So now you don't have that option.
Now he's got to make Bouchard good.
So do you think it'd be more valuable for the Oilers to have Broberg in the minors this season?
Broberg traded to another team.
That's what you would do?
I don't know. What are we getting?
I don't
Like
know.
the thing is, we got to shake things. Our blue line is not good enough. It is not.
No.
We saw we made it to the Western Conference Finals. Fucking hallelujah, we did it. Unbelievable year. So good. We are not the Colorado Avalanche. And we have the two best players in the world, and we're not the Colorado Avalanche.
And having Slater Cuckoo in the conversation to be a defenseman on this team is not good.
Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
That is definition of insanity. Having him as the eighth lurking around, sure.
I
We
forgot
need
he was even
to
around.
consult our friends at the HGA group perhaps on how the Oilers can make their business better, Liam.
It's an option.
They may have ideas.
Who are we trying to manifest? Before we tried to manifest the Hallebuck, it didn't work. Who are we manifesting as our right shot defenseman?
Let's have a look.
You want a defensive defenseman, Jay?
Yeah, I think
Yes,
so.
100%. We don't need help offense. Last thing we got enough offense. We're good.
I wonder
Well, if
if
you're getting rid of Barry or Bouchard, I just didn't know what type of player you were wanting back.
Because you can't have they're essentially the same person, the same player. So
To me, a
you
great
only
one would
need
be-
one of them.
if you could find a way to flip Tyson Berry to Seattle for Carson Soucy, I think that would be a good start.
Is he a right shot though?
He's a left-hander.
He's a left shot. So we're really loading up on the left. So that means we'd have to move.
I'm completely open for trading Evan Bouchard, or not Evan Bouchard, Philip Broberg.
Me too. I just don't know what for.
Like
It's
who are we
he's-
targeting?
He's
Who
tall
should,
and he's got wheels.
who are we trying to
That's all we
manifest
got.
as a right shot D?
As a right shot D?
Yeah.
There's no free agent options.
It has to be a trade.
Yeah, PK
Subban for $1 million.
But
Put him
then
in. Put him in
that's
your.
the exact same thing, though.
Put him in your top three. Or top three. Fuck. Put him in your bottom.
At this stage of his
bottom
career,
three.
PK Subban and Barry, that doesn't do anything for me.
One's $1 million, one's 4.5. I'm not saying we should be Subban, but like, who should we try to get?
I don't know. We need
Because we
Tyler.
need to get someone.
Tyler's got all these random names on the top of his head.
We need to get someone.
1996 Scott Stevens.
Yes, that would be ideal.
He would fit in wicked.
We need the Oilers need
Mayfield
a guy
is
like
Mayfield a right hand shot?
Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
Mayfield? Yeah, I think Mayfield is a right-handed shot.
The Oilers need a guy to me when I'm looking at the roster right now. That's a Jason Smith type of defenseman.
Oh man,
He's mean, can defend, quietly goes about his
Actual
business.
Jason Smith?
oh man, I love Jason Smith. That guy was so good. He was so good. I'm trying to think
just mean,
going
too. He's
through
so
teams
rude.
of who we can pick off. Like who's a bit of a tire fire right now? Arizona's going to be fleeced here right away, so there's going to be nothing cooking for them.
Calgary.
Yeah, Calgary won't trade to us. I don't think.
It's hard to pick teams from the East because I think all the bottom teams think they got better and can compete for a playoff spot right now.
Yeah.
So I don't think
agree.
there's many teams from the East, and then in the West, like
But think about a hockey trade now.
yeah, like who was in on Barry? Was it
Montreal was reportedly
Montreal
there.
and
Seattle.
Ottawa? Would they want him?
I mean, based on what Ottawa's doing,
Do they need him though? They got Hot Sam Bacho.
everybody loves Hot Sam Bacho.
But he's a right-handed shot. They don't have much on the left. Like their right is Hamonic, Zub, and Zaitsev. So I don't know if the Oilers would even want any of those
No,
guys.
none.
Absolutely not.
Montreal, we were looking before, and I don't think they have anybody.
No, not that you'd want.
Savard, they wouldn't
No.
move Justin Barron. No Savard.
Chris Weidman, another tour duty.
Bring him back.
Yeah,
Kraken was the other one, right?
yeah. I think Carson Soucy is the guy you would want, but like he's a left-handed defenseman.
Schultz.
Oh, bring back Schultz, and then then we could have
Really miss Adam
Bouchard,
Larson right now.
Schultz,
Yeah.
and Barry
We
on the
do.
outside. Oh, I would love to have Adam Larson back.
Bring up the teams. Oh yeah, who are you going to take from?
No one.
Nobody.
Yeah, Vlasic at 900% retained.
Who else is in the West?
What about Anaheim? Check Anaheim.
You bring back Sam Gagner and or Jordan Eberle for some of that early fucking flavor?
We got to stop. Like, the only forwards we need to get is just like depth, like strong defensive forwards.
You're not bringing either of them in for like Sam Gagner wouldn't cost anything.
No, I know, but I don't know if we need that. As much as I love Sam Gagner, I don't know if we need that type of player right now.
Love Sam Gagner.
I'm just picking people I want on the ice when they win the cup.
That's fair.
Alex Hemsky come back then.
Oh, he'd be huge.
There's not a ton of options.
There's really not.
No, like those, like even going.
Where's Brendan Dillon? Is he right shot? I can't remember.
Is he in Dallas now?
I don't remember where.
I thought he was with Winnipeg, or did he just re-sign somewhere?
He could have gone to Winnipeg.
He got traded to Winnipeg. I know that.
Well, chances are he probably wants out of Winnipeg.
Lefty.
Oh, he's a lefty. Damn.
Chances are he probably wants out of Winnipeg anyway, like everybody else does.
Yeah, I don't know.
Chicago.
Like,
Okay, so then I'm going to ask you a different question.
Then we definitely need trade. Then we need to have the best left side in the league.
Well, then I'm going to ask you another question.
Wow.
How comfortable are you out of 97 with the way the defense looks right now?
15.
That's rough.
What?
We're not. We saw it. We saw it in the playoffs. It needs to get better. And I believe, like, we keep hearing Frank saying that they still have a couple moves up their sleeve, and I really hope it's for defense. You have to think it is. Look at it. Look at our defense right now.
Probably will be. Yeah. So right
I
now,
actually think this top four would be fine. Like, because I think Kulak just makes players better.
I know, but you got to get
His
Kulak.
pair and-
Bouchard should be in your third pair.
Yeah, probably.
He's like,
ideally you would
Bouchard
have,
should be in your third pair.
ideally you have Kulak Bouchard as a third pair.
Yeah.
Ideally.
I can live with Kulak being in our second pair. I could, but if we can get Chikrin and you push Kulak to your third pair, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then you move one of Bouchard or Barry, obviously Barry, and then is Calvin DeHaan right shot?
I think he's a lefty.
Calvin Vaughn is a lefty, yes.
Shit. Can we teach him to shoot right?
Hot Sam Buka? What was that guy?
Oh, you're not
Hassan
gonna get
Bacho.
Hassan Bacho. You're never.
Who's that? Why is that guy? Why is that his name?
Oh, it's because what is the term when you take letters from something that spells something else?
An anagram?
Anagram? Yeah. So anagram for Thomas Chabot is Hot Sam Bacho.
Need to hear. Let's get that guy.
He's got a song.
Yeah. We tried to find it, couldn't find it.
We did find it. Liam found it, and I thought it was the wrong song, so I told him not to play it, and then I was an idiot.
Can I interest you in a slightly used Zdeno Chara?
Not a lot out there.
There's just not. Like, I could honestly see, and I don't like this, but I could see.
Can you set it up for a right shot? These are all LDs here.
Yeah. So the right shot is literally 7.
Oh, for free agents.
Yeah.
All right. If you're gonna take an absolute gamble,
So these are the right shots.
who the hell is Paul Ledoux?
Played 1 game last season. And he's 29.
So that's the guy you want. But look at this. There's
Klingberg,
nobody.
let's go. Even though
couldn't
he's not
afford-
defensive.
You couldn't
Like,
afford Klingberg.
So Klingberg, you'd have to get rid of both Barry and Bouchard.
If it was Anton Strawman with a time machine for like 10 years ago, I'd be interested.
They're all 900 years old. Paul Ledoux's the youngest.
Yeah,
He doesn't even exist.
It's not a good group.
Who did he play for?
I've never heard of him.
Yeah, because he doesn't exist. This is like one of those fake
How
names.
dare
that
you
comes up in
throw
NHL.
shade at Paul Ledoux?
I'm more of a Calvin Ledoux guy. I don't know if that's a person.
How's your internet?
My internet?
Would you click on Paul Ledoux?
Oh, you
or
want me to click
doesn't
it?
even have a page. He's so relevant.
He was not given a page.
He played on New York last season.
1 game.
1 game.
Oh
He
my
has
God.
We don't need Paul
70
Ledoux.
NHL games.
Yeah, let's try to pry Mayfield out of there. I think he's defensive, but he's a third pair guy there.
I think Tyler was on him last year towards the deadline, wasn't he? That was one of the names.
Yeah.
The left, there's a ton of guys on the left if they want.
Tons of guys on the left. You're probably going to have a guy play on his off wing, I would guess.
Well, it says DeHaan plays left or right.
Yeah, so you probably have
This.
to get him playing on his off wing. Same with
Yeah, he'd probably be the best option, I think, out of all these guys.
Then you want him in your yeah.
It's not going to be easy,
Jacob
Jay.
Chikrin. That's what I'm saying. Then roll super heavy on the left.
Yeah, let's move that first plus Broberg. What does that get us?
Well, you have to go more than that to get Chikrin, but we should.
Hey, but like I'm just starting. I'm
That is
just
a
tabling
good
it off
deal. And if you get Barry makes the same as Chychrun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to figure
So if you get rid of Barry and you get Chychrun,
I'm happy with that.
that is amazing. That's
happy with
good
that.
GMing right there.
Summer is officially here. What better way to cool off than at the rink with the first ever summer edition of the World Juniors? Single game tickets for the tournament are now on sale, starting at just $40. Grab your sunglasses. The brightest stars in the junior game are coming to Edmonton. You can go to the IHF and grab yourself some tickets.
I want to see Connor Bedard.
I do too.
At the World Juniors or
Yes.
on the Oilers?
No, both. No, we don't. That's a bad sign. If he's on the Oilers, something bad has happened.
Yeah, we had a real
I want to
bad
see
time.
him two places. I want to see him World Juniors, and I want to see him in a battle of the Trans-Canada in Moose Jaw when Regina comes to town.
You've seen Connor Bedard, right? Liam, you were saying that?
Yeah, not in junior though, just in Bantam.
Oh, he would have
must
just
have
been
fucking
insane.
electric.
I think he had
Bantam.
7 points in the game I saw him play,
Yeah.
and he was 13.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Hey, did you know that our dear Liam is the head scout and intends to be a head scout in higher leagues as well?
I listened to the last episode.
Yeah.
Very, very
That's a very interesting thing to know, isn't it?
interesting.
We learned a lot about Liam.
We did.
Head
We learned
scout.
he's British.
Yeah, we did.
yeah, no one knew.
Yep.
I didn't realize you had that level of skillery. I didn't know you were the head scout. Jesus.
It's been 4 days and you're still very amazing.
Okay, head scout. Who's our right defenseman we're going to get? For God's
we gotta
sake,
extend.
scout.
I can tell you it's going to be in 3 years. I don't know right now. Like, there's nobody there. There's
Damn you.
nobody available.
Okay. Actually, more importantly, it's not who we start the season with. It's who we end the season with. Who is a potential trade deadline defenseman? So who's a right shot D that's on a team that potentially might not make the playoffs that has got 1 year left on his deal?
Well, I think that Mayfield is a good call that you said.
But now we're getting to the trade deadline where we can get a little bit more spice here.
And let me.
Because who's a fringe team that we could that's in the East that we could maybe fleece?
We were kind of talking about that on BLT bets too. In the East, like I think everyone's going to think to compete right away. Like, is Boston a team that's going to kind of fall out and need to pick some players off?
So who could you get?
Potentially.
On the right side, they have
Nobody.
Nobody.
They have
Brandon Carlo.
Brandon Carlo.
I'd take Brandon
signed
Carlo.
till 2027.
Shit.
So that ain't gonna work.
Nope.
Who else is there? Buffalo probably won't be that good. They
See,
can
I think we're
trade.
going to be in a situation like Boston in the sense that, do you see the bulk of their defense is all left-handed guys? I think the Oilers are going to be in the similar situation.
Yeah, they have 5 there.
Yeah.
6. Maybe that's just the way they have to go. Is
Yeah.
just load up the left and have your 2 most.
So get your ambies.
experienced-
So we know Kulak's an ambi.
Yeah.
So we can move him around. So let's give him. So let's move Kulak to the second pairing right. Get Chychrun, push back Bouchard, and then who are we gonna fill on the left? That would push. No, so we have Kulak moved over. So then we try Broberg, and then worst case we fill him a spot with a playoff veteran or something at the deadline. Because I'm thinking about the playoffs. I'm not worried about the regular season. And I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but
You're not thinking about the all abs team when you're cutting Broberg from the squad either. Let's
well,
just make sure
I'm
we're
just pushing him
putting
back.
all
I'm giving him more time to work on the abs.
What about Orlov? Are Washington going to make the playoffs this year? He has
Yes.
1 year left. Do you think they will?
always.
They're going
The
to
Russian machine never breaks.
be right.
Never breaks.
And he has 1 year left at 5.1.
If they're not, then yes.
The minute
kinda-
Ovechkin gets the all-time goal record, the team is going to implode and the parts are going to come flying off the car, but not until he breaks the record.
Potentially. Like if they this all depends on Backstrom. There's a lot of what ifs around Washington right now.
I don't think Backstrom will play. Kemper will be interested in goal. They just got him.
And I think Wilson's hurt for a bit.
Right. The other team I was going to look at too was where did they go? Is Columbus going to give up halfway through the year? Maybe.
Trade Johnny Gaudreau.
But the guys they have on the right side are all under Branson? Nope. 4 years.
No. Jeez, that deal is insane.
They have nobody either. Like, they have no
What
one
about Jake
available.
Bean?
Jake Bean, I've 2 years left. 24.
See, before, Liam, when you were talking about different players and stuff, my racist brain's like, what does this guy know? He's British. But now that I know that you're a head scout, I basically have awarded you the Jack Adams in my mind. I'm like, you better listen to Leah. This guy knows his shit.
I know more about.
What about Hakanpää if they shit the bed in Dallas?
Maybe that's 2 years.
Klingberg. What is
1.5.
Klingberg going to take? I know, like I'm being far fetched right now, but let's just talk about it.
Well, if you're going to dream
9
big.
million.
What's that?
He wants 9
No
million.
way.
I'm
Really?
sure that's what's been reported. Yeah.
Good Lord.
Oh my God, I would trade Darnell Nurse for him. No, I wouldn't. I know I'm being crazy now.
John
I'm looking forward to a healthy Darnell Nurse this season.
Yeah, I'd like to see him say.
9.25 million though is
Hole in
a
his guts.
huge contract. to
Yeah,
carry.
the way I'm looking at it right now, I'm averaging the price of Nurse and Kulak together, and it makes my brain happier.
Yeah, that's much
Yeah.
nicer.
That's the way
as
I'm
long
doing
as
it.
Nurse's wingman on the blue line is making $750, you'll feel good. You gotta stop. You gotta pick a different team.
I
What about?
I don't know who to pick anymore. Like, everyone's just so young. Like Buffalo's young. They're not going to.
But there's got to be a team that's gonna miss the playoffs.
Okay, Anaheim. They'll miss, but they have young guys. Arizona doesn't have players.
You want Chikrin?
Chikrin, yeah. But then on the right side, they have Dyson Mayo, Troy Stetcher, and Josh Brown. I don't know if
Oh,
you'd want.
congratulations to Noopsy for playing for them.
What will bring in Bear back for $1 million?
Would he want to come back?
I don't know.
See, he's a free agent right now.
Yep.
He's an RFA. Is he going to ARB? I think he is.
Yep, he is.
Yeah. I feel like Carolina would want to bring him back just to. add
See,
a
I heard the
cheaper deal
opposite.
to the deal.
I heard the opposite.
But if
They
he's
let
going
him
to ARB-
search out a trade.
Yeah.
But didn't they also say you could walk away and he didn't? Like he could go to free agency and he
I was
didn't?
actually surprised to see that they qualified him.
Yeah, that's what I thought. When they said he could kind of look around, then they qualified and like maybe they know they can get him cheap and just be the.
Who's
guy.
bring up the Islanders? They're gonna stink.
Yeah, so the guy was Scott Mayfield.
But he's their bottom third. He's their
They actually
third
only
pairing.
have 4 defensemen signed, so they might want to keep him. And then
Now, one guy's in Russia. He might not be able to come back.
Pulak has 8+ years left, 7 years left. Pelech,
Why don't we do a trade for Dobson?
Oh,
They
dude,
wouldn't do that.
No, never.
Well, if they're a rebuild, maybe 9,000 first round picks.
If we sign
NBA
Chara, maybe
trade?
we could sign Chara and then trade him back to the Islanders.
Yeah,
Lou might want the old guys.
we're getting creative.
Okay. Anyway, sorry. I know I'm
Devils.
wasting a lot of time on this. I'm sorry.
So I
we
think the
need to
point
improve
here-
our D. So now we've
Defense.
established we need to just
We're
have the
actually
best
on
left side.
topic on an Oilers podcast for an extended period of time, and you apologize.
Yeah,
We have to strengthen the left side and then move Kulak to the right.
I just say to
I think
me,
that's the play.
the defensive group as a whole needs to be upgraded. And I don't
Yeah,
really
we
care
need
which
two.
side.
We need to add 2 pieces to the blue line. 2.
You don't got any money to do it though. So
Well, you
money's
do.
gotta
You
go.
get rid of Barry.
Well, that has to happen.
Right.
Has
So you
to.
get rid of Barry. And then you replace that with Chikrin.
Evens out.
We obviously Pularavi's gone. We're gonna re-sign McLeod for a cheap deal and Yamo. This deal
Who
that
were we
Kapanen
talking
signed
about before with Ryan McLeod? Was that you that said something?
Yeah, Daniel Nugent-Bowman said it'll be around $1 million for 2 years for McLeod.
I want to go long, man. I want to go 8 years, baby.
8 by 2.5.
8 by 2.5. You fucking sprint to the fax machine.
And Yamo was around $3 million.
Well, that Kapanen deal is
that
not
doesn't
gonna
play
help.
well for us.
Not gonna help.
No, it's not at all.
The Oilers need to get better in the bottom 6. Pretty big too. Like, if
Do you not like
Puljujarvi
Matthias
goes-
Janmark?
I think that's.
I like Janmark, but also
I think that's just a smart signing. Like,
Yeah, I
it's-
agree.
he's,
So
he's
too.
not going to move the needle, but he's gonna
gonna chip in a
gonna
little
be
bit.
solid.
Yeah,
so
he's gonna
if
chip in.
Puljujarvi goes, which seems likely, the next guy to play on the right wing third line is Derek Ryan.
Why you gotta do me like that, Scout? Why you gotta just write Puljujarvi off?
I think everyone just is
You're
wrote him off
not. No one's
already.
going to like Jesse Puljujarvi at $4 million a year. No one. He's not.
Is that what he's gonna get?
He's got an ARP. Kapanen's not helping him. His ARP case would suggest it'll be like 3.5, 4.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
That's too much.
that general
Too
rule
much.
of like $100,000 per point.
It's
That ain't
gross.
It's tough.
That's rough.
Yeah, so it's not good. So like we gotta just and right now he's pushing our third line. So like you don't even want to pay like you gotta. I don't know. I just don't think the upside's there for him anymore. Like it's not. I don't know.
think Holloway's, I guess, not on this graphic either.
But he's a left guy.
so would you?
So
go,
he would be in the Fogel
So let's
spot.
try to find a way of getting rid of Fogel.
You
So
could.
you probably move Nuge here, maybe put Holloway here, McLeod on the left wing. I don't know.
I would love to keep Nuge as the second
I would too.
line winger.
What about Borgo? Right wing, third line. I was looking at it, and they might have to start the season with Borgo in the team. But there's also something I found. In Holland's career, there's only been one player that has played in the NHL full-time 2 years after he was drafted. So he played 1 year of junior, and then he played in the NHL, and he was Dylan Larkin.
Yeah.
He's the only player to ever do it under a Holland general managed team.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So he sent back Larkin for 1 more year of junior.
Yeah, so he played at Michigan for 1 year, lit it up, had like 50 points, and then came up to the NHL and was like a point every other game for Detroit, who I don't... that was probably right at the end of them being
Yeah,
decent,
they probably were.
I think
They were still
Zetterberg
trying to
was
hang
probably
on.
on the team. So, like, if Ball goes on this team, I think that actually makes him way better because then...
Well, who's available? Let's bring up our
Right wings?
right wings.
Free agents.
Free agents.
Because Nino Niederreiter, he's a right wing, right? And he went for $4 million for 2 years today.
Whew.
Right wings.
Is there anybody whose name rhymes with Gordon Everly?
Oh, he makes too
Liam, you're a
much.
scout.
There's one guy. I don't think we'll get him, though.
Are you clicking on Phil the Thrill?
No, I was thinking he won't come here.
Evan Rodriguez. Well, they can't afford him.
He probably wants a little bit
Yeah,
too much.
Evan
Well, no,
Rodriguez
they just can't. It's not
sweet.
even about the fact that he wants like the money he wants. Is that like Pittsburgh's
yeah,
locked up?
Oh, yeah, they have to move out players now. Sprong is a free agent. Alex
I don't think we need
Chiasson.
Sprong.
What about...
Maybe he can score. He can shoot, and he's
Not
Dutch.
a ton of guys.
The answer, Alex Chiasson?
Bring him back.
Yeah. Another
Answer
dude.
2 times?
Brendan Perlini.
Lamborghini Perlini?
Perlini's 22 on this list and probably top 10 in free agents because of a lot of RFAs here too.
Man, it's not good. Maybe he can steal Keegan Colasar because Vegas is hooped.
But I think once they put Weber on the IR, they'll be better.
Mason Appleton's an RFA. Yeah, fuck, you're not gonna. Maybe you can trade for Mason Appleton. I like him.
Run a quick query. See when Neil Yakupov contract is due in the K.
It could be an
Take a
option.
look at a former number one. You know, those
Man, it's slim pickings.
James Neal's available.
Yeah.
Calder Cup champion.
No, they
think
His
they-
team didn't win.
they didn't win?
They lost in the final. Come
Runner
on.
up.
Come on,
for the Calder
Scout.
Cup. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. Bogo seems like the better option than signing Phil the Thrill, who just doesn't want to be in front of the media. So you're kind of screwed, I guess, a little bit. like there was a report today. I think Frank said it that Holland's gonna he's got some tricks up his sleeve. He didn't say anything.
And I'm
further
trying,
than that,
and
but,
that's the thing. Like, it's that's motivating me to try to think of like what's out there. What could he
Yeah.
be doing?
Well-
And obviously, defense has to be our focus.
And the Connor Brown thing makes me believe he is trying like that. But they seem pretty close, and they look like
That
he
was so
trying to move
annoying because it
forward.
was being discussed in absolutes all day.
Yeah.
It really was. Liam even made a meme.
I did have a meme.
Never forget.
I just think it's weird how they didn't want to just move their second round pick for Brown, but instead wanted to go and get a second round pick for, I think it was Fogle, to then move that for Brown. Why not just move Brown, then move Fogle later and just recoup it?
I know it's weird.
Why are you just messing
Like
around
if you
with
really
someone?
want, like if you want the guy, get the guy.
And what does a second round pick even matter to this team?
Nothing
what
matters.
does it matter?
Nothing for the next 3 years matters.
Yeah.
Sell it all.
And every time they
Holy hell!
they're never good.
Like we need to load up. Colorado is good, people. They're really goddamn good.
If Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck getting married has taught me anything, it's that you can come home again. Neil Yakupov.
Like Colorado's got to trade Gerard, but they're not going to trade him to us.
I think Colorado got worse this season. They're minus 165 right now to win the division, and I think that's crazy.
How do they get worse?
Because now they have two questionable goalies, like Gorgiev and Francouz are kind of unproven.
Gonna lose Kadri probably.
But Kemper
Kadri's
wasn't
gone.
good. They
was
might
good in the
lose.
regular
They
season,
might
though.
lose Kadri. The fact that he hasn't signed yet means he's trying to find a
chasing
way
the
to
bag.
stay.
What do they have?
I think he's chasing the bag,
can
and the
probably
bag's
lose.
just not there.
Princey says they want him in Calgary.
Calgary will offer him 8, whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, I hope he signs in Calgary.
31. That's the end of Calgary.
Even in the Chushkin thing, like he's had one good year and they signed him for 8 years.
But if he's, but okay, so but like
if he is good for sure.
right
it's a good
now,
deal.
the only one who won't potentially not be coming back is Kadri and Kemper.
And they lost Burakovsky.
Oh, that's
that's a big
Burakovsky.
hole.
Yeah, so there's 2 pieces in your top 6. That was
But
pretty
then they got like Newhook. He'll take a stab. Like they're still
yeah,
like,
they definitely have players still. And,
and like NL Byram's coming into the mix. But like, how much like Gerard's gonna have to go?
Gerard's at $5 million until 2027. And he can play right.
Oh man, Colorado wouldn't trade him to us, but man, that would be awesome.
Yeah, this is, I don't know. I think there's a lot of stock on Colorado right now, and rightfully so, but they did lose a lot compared to how much hype.
I
they have.
don't. You have the Connor McDavid of the blue line on their team.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess their defense is kind of a big difference between, well, just look at the Oilers. Like compared to this team.
That's what, but
Yeah,
that's
the big
that's our
difference.
problem right now.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about now our forwards.
Yeah, the forwards are good, but yeah, blue line is where they got it. And they're not getting it from Colorado with Gerard.
Oh man, who's like a God? Well,
The NHL's just in a weird spot right now because so many teams
we need
got
Chris
better.
Tanev. No, which one plays for Calgary?
Yeah,
Yeah, Chris Tanev.
Chris Tanev. A Calgary
player
gonna
like
sell
that?
off?
He's old. We need that type of player. Like Calgary was nothing without him. That's how important he was.
Maybe that's the guy we try and manifest onto the Oilers.
Is Chris Tanev?
Chris Tanev.
How he's old though.
They are
right?
in free fall.
He's 32 at 4.5.
Oh, okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
But I don't know if they would like Calgary has to be then blowing it up.
Well,
I mean,
they probably should.
But here's the
You guys know
thing.
you're
So they
running
don't
my sprint team,
they're
they'll
losing
prove it.
Tkachuk and they don't have to sign Gaudreau. So if they could go get
Pretty much whoever they want.
they could go get Kadri and then they could probably go do some crazy trade. I don't know what's available, but like they still have pieces.
They have 18 million in cap. They could sign Kadri and Klingberg if they wanted to
Yeah.
kind of bring them back to relevancy.
Yeah. They'll need help up for like
Yeah, they need more.
2/3 of their number one line are gone.
Well, right now Milan Lucic is their second line left winger.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, well, he makes the money for
Yep.
it.
Yep.
So it's about time he made it up the lineup.
Have we considered perhaps that Princey should just change teams that he likes?
He actually mentioned that.
Oh,
Oh, he wants to be traded to ON?
He's like, well, if everyone's just fleeing, maybe I'll go up highway too. I'm like, you're welcome.
Oh, a turncoat. I like it. I encourage you to do it, Princey, if you're listening to this. I know you are.
Oh, he's not.
Oh, he's as a new Oilers fan, I believe he probably is.
Well, true.
I believe he probably is.
he's going to have to.
While he's driving up here, maybe he can do it in Alfa Romeo, Liam.
Maybe.
Huh?
Quick sticks.
He'll get up here real quick. That super train, it's not around. So an Alfa Romeo from our friends at Alfa Romeo of Edmonton. Let's do it. I'm going to check out some of their new vehicles on the website right now. Whew. 2023 Alfa Romeo Stelvio Sprint. Sounds real nice.
I hope, like, do you know how sometimes when you have Siri in your car, it's just like the generic Siri voice?
Yeah.
I wonder if when you're in an Alfa Romeo, you can have Bottas.
Oh, that'd be
talk to
really
you.
nice.
That'd be cool.
Valtteri comes
Yeah.
on. He's just like, turn left here, bro. Thank you. The ultimate teammate. telling me where
Accelerate to
go.
200 miles an hour here. What?
Yeah. We had a riveting round of F1 bets today on BLT
There's
bets.
a lot going on, actually.
A lot of F1.
I'm dabbling on Lewis to win.
Oh, to
Both,
win.
oh, we both said the
did
podium.
Well, definitely podium, but I sprinkled a little to win. I've got him and George to podium. It's the one thing I'm getting. Like, this is my first F1 season, and it's just
Same.
it's the same story almost every week.
Well, we were talking about that. How there's 3 teams, essentially, 2, most likely.
2.5.
2.5, that can win. Where Liam was kind of like, you live in the middle almost.
Yeah, like I just kind of like I think this season has been interesting in the way of looking at it. Like, just look at the way there's so many different competitions within the league, but now there's also like the 6 drivers. Like, so you have the 2 Red Bulls, the 2 Ferraris, the 2 Mercedes. I think any of those guys could win a race any week. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if like George Russell won the race this week. You know what I mean? Like, but like, and then you have Ocon just kind of carrying the mid pack, and then you have Latifi holding everybody up from the bottom.
Hey, plus 500,000 to win this weekend.
With those odds, Why wouldn't you?
You made Q3 last race, which was mind blowing.
Well, and he made that hell of a move a couple of weeks ago in the British Grand Prix where you're like, oh my God, Nicholas Latifi. Good times.
There is a massive gap, though. So Mercedes is 237 points in third, and McLaren has 81 in fourth.
Yeah, McLaren's.
Shout out to Williams for bringing up the rear with 3 points on the
Shout
constructor.
out to Alex Albon Mercedes for getting 3 points.
Shout out. Yeah. Franco this weekend. We'll enjoy the race. Bright and early. 7 a.m.
Oh, that's nice.
Mick Schumacher goes for 3 straight weeks.
Yeah, why not?
He'll
Why
do
not? I bet on him to beat Kevin Magnussen in qualifying.
it. I'm going to do that one too. What was
Yeah.
it? Plus 1,
Plus 150, I think.
150? Yeah. It's pretty good.
What time do you wake up in the day, Liam? Are you a morning riser? I feel like you're a morning riser.
I do wake up pretty early. Not like 7 early, but like I wake up like 8:30 most days.
That's early to you? Because I started waking up at 7. I wake up at 7 now. Glass of water, grab my dog, we go for a 2K walk.
Oh, that's nice. That's a good way to start the day.
It is a good way to start the day.
As a new father, I'm like a 5 a.m., 5:30 guy now.
Oh.
And so what happens now, it's so embarrassing now what happens to me. It doesn't matter if I'm at home or in public, but as soon as 10 p.m. hits, I just like a rush
Oh, the snoozies.
just runs through me of the fatigues. And I am head bobbing. Like I was at a wedding on Saturday, and I might only had about 5 drinks at that point. So it wasn't because I was passed out drunk. I just felt it sitting at the table, and I just felt it tingling through my body. And next thing you know, I'm head bobbing at the table.
It's 10 p.m., a couple of glasses of wine, all of a sudden you're feeling real comfortable.
Oh my God. It's so fun. I did it last night. We have my girlfriend's nephew over spending the night. I'm like, okay, we're going to watch this show. We started it at 9:50, and I think I got 5 minutes into the show and I was passed out on the couch.
The reason I ask, and Wanya, you're an early riser too, aren't you?
Children, they get you up.
They do.
I just read a book while I listened to it. I'm not
The 5 a.m. Club?
No, it's called What the Most Successful People Do Before Breakfast by Laura Vanderkam.
Yeah.
And I was, just trying to inspire life change. A lot of some of these CEOs, I wake up at like 5 so they can go work out. I'm not doing that shit. I got to inch towards it, Liam. So 7 a.m., walk with the dog. It's a real
That's
nice
good.
start to the day.
Very good start.
It's quiet too.
I think like when I get into a good rhythm, I get all of my work done before 10 a.m.
Yeah,
Like,
I could see that.
My heavy lifting. But I'm mentally in the zone. And after that, it's just kind of dealing with my day.
But the problem I'm having now, waking up an hour earlier, is like you, about 10 o'clock. Like I was trying to watch Big Brother last night.
Oh, I'm a little bit behind. I'm kind of into this season.
I am too. So
I love it. There's a lot to love.
Yeah, I don't know how many. I'm either 1 or 2 episodes behind.
we're going to have to get everybody on some homework so they can get caught up. But anyway, I was watching it last night, but again, 10:15 probably.
Yeah.
And I had to rewatch the last 20 minutes this morning.
Yeah. It's wild, man. But I love being up. The thing is, I actually like being up early, especially in the summer. If the sun's out, like it's just
A little bit cooler. Like my house is
feels
so
nice.
hot right now.
Oh, fuck. Mine is too.
So to get up at out 7 and it's nice, a little brisk
It's 28 degrees in my house right now. 20 on the main level.
that is-
28.
That's my house too. It's just awful.
That is naked on top of the covers hot.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's strapping a Ziploc bag of ice to the old tackle.
Ice cube suppository?
Yeah, exactly. I did buy an ice maker, so I'm just refilling all day.
Oh, that's nice. That's living.
It is. It's great.
Having on-demand ice. Oh,
fresh ice too.
fresh. Nice.
I'm to the point now where I'm so ice spoiled that if it's been sitting in my freezer for a couple of days, that's now dog ice.
No, you can taste that.
Yeah.
That's
That is-
suppository ice at that point.
Yeah, that's Frank ice. He can enjoy those in his water.
Oh, God.
So anyway, I just thought it was interesting.
No, that's good. That's
So Liam's an early riser at 8:30.
Yeah, I guess I must be sleeping in, I guess.
Well, good for you.
There you go.
Yeah.
There was
Head
nothing
scouts.
about betting Draisaitl over 1.5 before breakfast in your book.
Yep. Yep.
So I became a successful businessman.
I believe it.
Scout.
It is interesting though, that book, going back to that book, to read just like the CEO of Pepsi. He's up reading the newspaper at 5 a.m. and having a run on the treadmill. I'm like, oh my God, dude. but
Seems
it's quiet.
Exercise is so important. It honestly is. It gives you jam.
I had a
Well-
bike ride yesterday.
Did you?
20 clicks.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Good
wow.
for you.
Yeah, I just rode around Sherwood Park in no direction at all. Just went.
It is kind of nice just to have nowhere to go.
Yeah. It's a bunch of paths and stuff, and it's just
What are the bike paths like out there? Good?
pretty good, actually. They're not bad. There's a lot of little ponds you can just cycle around a few times and baseball diamonds and shit like that.
My sister lives in Fort Saskatchewan. They've got amazing walking.
Well, they just made a bike path from Sherwood Park to Fort Saskatchewan. It's 9 kilometers.
You could ride there if you
I
want.
could, but there's a massive. Have you guys ever golfed at Legends in Sherwood Park? So there's a huge hill. It's probably like that. No one else can see, but you guys can.
Yeah, it's very
Straight down.
it's steep inclines.
Yeah. So it's like,
according to
oh,
Liam
that'd be
Tang.
nice to go down. But when I'm coming up on the back half of
Yeah,
the
you gotta
9,
walk that baby.
That's a tough one.
You can do it though. That's the workout.
Yeah, quickly turns into a hike.
So as we were recording BLT bets, I just thought this was interesting, and I'd like Jay and Wanye's opinion on it. We asked Tyler, we texted him, we said, have you made any bets this past week while you were on holiday? He did make a bet with his girlfriend's family. They were trying to guess the accent of their waitress, and they were betting on where she was from. So Tyler bet that she was Romanian,
Wow.
which is very specific.
How the fuck? The guy's been on a flight that goes more than 2 hours yet. How the hell is he going to guess that?
So Tyler guessed Romanian, but the real answer was South African.
Oh my God.
So I
That's
just wanted to
offensive.
get your opinions on Tyler's accent guessing, because in terms of geography, they could not have been further
But
apart.
it's not even the geography. It's the because like Brazil, Portugal, 2 different hemispheres, same language. But like those are like one's like Romanian. I gotta be some kind of part of the Slavic family. And South African, they speak English, but
With like an
With,
Australian twang, right?
but not even like. Can you? What's your best South African accent?
Nothing. I don't have one.
they always
There's always a line I quote from Blood Diamond. I can't remember what it is.
how is my brew?
My brew. Yeah.
According to educations.com, Romanian is similar, adjacent, I guess. Strong similarities to Italian.
Oh shit! I was way off.
They're kind of close, I suppose.
Yeah. So
If you look at a pie chart of your Mchek's brain and all the shit he knows in sports, I bet you your Mchek knows like 4 countries.
yeah.
And he was just like, well, it's not the States, and it's not Canada, so it's one of the others, 50-50 chance of being right, Romania.
I'm surprised you didn't name a sports team for the accent.
Yeah. yeah. Like, how long is it a flight from Edmonton to England, Liam?
About 8 hours.
So Tyler wouldn't go on that flight.
No.
Over 6, he's out.
Well, so with Tyler, to get Tyler to Europe, we got to break it up. We got to fly him to Halifax.
He might
in
have
2
to
stops,
land on a boat
and then direct
somewhere.
do like 5 hours to Dublin.
He's got a 5-hour.
He's like a World War II bomber. He can only go to Gander.
Yeah.
He's got to land on a carrier ship somewhere halfway through. Yeah, I don't know why I thought bringing up Tyler's
Romanian
guess
is
on-
like Italian. That's so interesting.
adjacent to Italian. It seems like. Yeah, I just thought it was interesting that the waitress was indeed South African and Tyler guessed Romanian. I thought that was very funny.
With no knowledge of it, though, like
Yeah.
I think he was doing it for shock value. I mean, come on.
But you know how Tyler speaks. He speaks in certain certainties. So I bet he passionately picked Romania as his guess.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Anyway, there's Tyler's adventures. An update on his vacation.
I love how he posts photos of his trip and people just rip him about the size of his feet.
Well, and he was wearing pleated. The other day I noticed too, people were ripping him because he was wearing pleated shorts.
That's very Remchuk. Remember, the guy's an old soul. Like,
Yes.
he's the Denver Hayes spokesman.
24 years old, man. I was blown away by this the other day, remembering this.
Well, and he's got like what 24-year-old outside of Tyler has pleated shorts.
Get the moral authority of a guy with 30 years in the business.
Yeah. I like it. So check him out, Ty89Yar on Instagram. You can keep up with his adventures too.
Yeah.
Him and his lovely girlfriend. Playing a lot of golf. Although, did you notice, I was looking at her Instagram, Tyler was drinking wine.
No.
Oh, so he's hiding
Unless
from
she
his.
was double
Well, they're
fisted
in wine country. They bet like
They
he
have to,
better
yeah.
be.
Unless she was double fisting wine, which is a move I would respect, it seemed like Tyler was enjoying a glass of wine.
Good.
Good
He needs to get
Romanian
cultured.
A nice Romanian wine. Yeah.
At his age, it's good for his circulatory system.
Yes, that's exactly it. He's also taking a baby aspirin every day.
Yeah. And just liters
Yeah,
of
good,
prune
good.
juice.
Yep. Well, you got to stay regular, of course. That's just good living, right?
Romanian. Jesus.
Romania, South Africa, very close. Mm-hmm. How is it, my bro?
How is it? Yes.
I always thought that South Africans there, every word is almost its own sentence. That's what it sounds like to me. I don't know.
It is a very distinct accent, and it's one for actors that's tough to mimic.
That's why you got to respect Leo. You mentioned Blood.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the line I used to say. Anyway.
Matt Damon in District 9 did it too very well.
But he is South African.
In real life?
Yeah. He's got a Dutch last name, which, there's a lot of Dutch influence in, I believe, what's his name?
This guy?
Let's bring it up.
Charlotte?
Nope. District 9.
He is South African, no?
Oh, Vanderkloot or Vanderkamp or whatever?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he is South African, right?
Movie?
Yeah, from Pretoria.
Yeah, so yeah, he is South African.
Oh, well, then no wonder he does a great South
Yeah,
African
he nailed it.
accent. Yeah, nailed it.
How interesting. He also did the rugby movie with Mandela.
Oh, yeah, the Invictus, was it called?
Who
Is that what
was he in it? What character was he? It's Matt Damon was.
Wasn't he the head rugby player?
Matt Damon was.
Yeah, he was the rugby
Yeah.
guy.
We were talking about a different guy. entirely.
But we're talking about the guy in District 9. You said the guy in District 9 did a good job with the accent. The guy's actually South African.
Damon's in District 9, isn't he?
No.
No.
Oh, no. What's the movie I'm thinking of? It's like a dystopian future. Elysium, I'm thinking of.
Oh. Is that South
My
Africa?
apologies. Liam, you're a head scout. Dock me points.
Yeah. What would you write on your form for Wanye, thinking District 9 was in...
That's like thinking Romanian is a South African accent.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the guy who made District 9 made Elysium, but I could be wrong.
Oh, he's reaching.
They've made movies. Well, look it up.
Peter Jackson made District 9.
Did he do Elysium?
No, he didn't. Did he?
That was Neil Blomkamp
Oh.
for
Neil Blomkamp. Yeah, that's the one.
Elysium.
Yeah.
Who probably is South African, actually, with a name like that.
Let me have a look.
Seven.
He's Dutch.
He is South
he's
African.
Dutch or South African.
He is
He
South
made
African
District 9
Canadian from
after the ghettos. He made the movie about real South African ghettos and just made it about aliens.
Well, there you go. We're learning about South Africa today. Thanks to Tyler.
Thanks to his love for Romania.
Yep.
Now let's do Romania.
Tyler, where do you think the waitress is from?
If I'm to guess,
Romania?
I believe Bianca Andreescu's parents would be Romanian with that last name. I believe that's a Romanian last name.
Let's have a look.
Also, Dracula.
They were like, yeah, that is that area, isn't it?
She is It says Romanian pronunciation, so I would assume.
Yeah.
Is Nadia Comaneci the gymnast Romanian?
Romanian heritage. There you go.
Yeah, I thought so. I love Bianca. She's such a fierce tennis player.
Tennis is so hard.
Oh man, you see Rubikina? I forget her first name. The Kazakhstani. She's like 6 foot or 6'1", and like bombs serves.
I would always love, like, again, tennis is another one where I'd like to just stand there and see it coming at me to see what it's like.
You can't. Yeah,
I bet
Rubikina, yeah.
My guess is what would happen is I would see it. It would hit the wall behind me by the time I swung.
Then you react, yeah.
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 That'd be my guess.
It's like standing into a 100-mile-an-hour pitch.
Again, I want to do that.
But these are coming like those serves are like 140 miles an hour. Like Gregarios, or how do
Nicholas, the Australian
Karios. The G is silent. Yeah, Karios. That guy, oh my God, does he rip it? He's got Rafa spin and Mark Philippoussis power. Pistol Pete too. Anyways,
100 and so he is listed as 143 miles per hour.
So that's 240 Ks an hour.
Yeah.
That is so fast.
I don't know how you react to it.
I don't think you do. Just
You
hope
gotta-
it hits you.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think a lot of it's based off positioning, isn't it? Like, you just kind of know where it's supposed to go and just put your bat in the way, and I'll rack it, and then you go from there. I would imagine.
Don't make this about cricket.
I saw Wimbledon.
Damn it, Liam, you're a head scout.
I've played tennis before, and even like soft serves aren't that easy to hit.
Last time I played tennis, I was more likely to hit the ball over the fence for the court than I was into the other half of the court.
It's a skill, man.
And even serving it, because you have to serve it in that up first square, right?
Yeah.
And you can't even really see the back of it, like over.
No, you can't. It's so, but like
so
you think
hard.
when you put your hand up, what that
Yeah, it gives you
angle
the
looks like,
angle.
but like at eye level, when you're like,
Can't see
how the
it.
hell am I supposed to get that ball in there?
Yeah, it's so difficult.
Yeah.
Anyways,
There you go.
enough tennis talk. I'm more of a pickleball man myself.
I would love to play pickleball. I've watched a bunch of videos on it, and I just feel like I would be really good at it.
We should go play it. There should be a summer video. Let's do one and let's beat up on your Check and Liam, you and I.
All right. I feel like I'd be good at it.
I feel like given your heritage, racket sports suit you well.
Romanian?
Yeah, my Romanian heritage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it a go. Why not? There's one at my old junior high. I should go and practice with the ladies out there.
Well, no
older
practicing.
ones. Okay, I'll
Pickleball-
We're
Ball's a
going in
hoot.
fresh. It looks so much fun.
It is an absolute hoot.
Yeah. I think I'm getting to a point in my life where I'd like to adopt more senior sports. Like horseshoes?
Horseshoes.
Yeah. I've got aunties that love playing horseshoes.
I don't know if I've ever met anybody who's played horseshoes.
Oh, you come hang out with the old family bag milk. We'll play some horseshoes in the summer.
I mean, do you play croquet? Do they play croquet?
They have not. Well, I have played croquet.
There was a huge debate on the rundown because Gregor was talking about playing croquet, and Frank was so shocked
Why?
People playing it?
because he's like, I don't know anyone who's played croquet. Because I guess maybe in the States you don't play
Because he's from
croquet
Philly.
unless.
He's like, all we do here is fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was super
They
weird.
throw rocks at each other.
Croquet and
Hand
bocce.
grenades.
Those are great
Oh, who
yard
doesn't
games.
love bocce?
Probably confusing croquet and polo.
We got to really get in Australians, and I'm sure you British folk, lawn bowling.
My granddad played lawn bowling.
Like pro lawn bowling?
Well, just like a little like men's league, I guess.
Yeah.
But he played it forever, and it's
The lawn
tough.
bowling clubs in Australia are like
They're huge.
part of the
big.
youth social scene.
I feel like lawn bowls in England is a bit like golf here, where like more people play lawn bowls than probably golf. I would say like an older level, I think,
Well, easy on the body.
and it's so accessible.
Takes way less room.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a lot of little courts or greens they call them. Yeah, just go bowl one.
Well, there's the
nice
ones
ball.
in Westmount. I don't know what they're called, but the grass is like immaculate.
Yeah, it's perfect. And you get your little bowls and you just roll them down.
You can always have a beer in one hand, and you
Sounds
enjoy it
great.
outside. It is a fantastic summer activity.
It's just like bocce ball.
And then the rule in Australia is if you take the bowl whatever with the I can't remember the one that you bowl with the wrong spin, or you spin it the wrong way and you spin it out of court.
Yeah.
You got to buy a round of drinks.
I've
Oh,
never
that's fun.
played. I was too young to play in England to buy drinks.
Oh, see, I'd love to play.
Well-
Pickleball, lawn bowling, I'd like to do. Bocce, great. Ladder ball, classic.
Oh, ladder ball's
Can
great.
never go wrong. Well, I think we just made 6 YouTube videos right there.
We can just make a nation summer Olympics.
Because you guys did frisbee golf last year, right?
Yeah,
was
we did.
so much fun.
Man,
Disc
did I
golf.
suck. I was so mad at myself.
I was really good at it.
yeah.
I wasn't
Me
really.
and Chalmers got our asses kicked.
My short game was good. I could not drive very well.
I've only played frisbee golf once when I went to Phoenix, and they had this little par 3 pitch and putt. So you'd play 9 holes of golf, and then the other 9 were frisbee golf.
Oh, so
And it was just right.
it's
there
like
in
the
field.
triathlon of golf.
Yes.
So you do like mini golf, real golf, frisbee golf.
Yeah, just minus the mini golf. Just
Well, I'm saying now that's what you would
that's
do.
what we could do. Yeah.
You'd
Or
have to go
is
find
there a
another
fourth?
spot.
Can we make it 36 holes of something? Pitch and putt.
Yeah, pitch and
Yeah.
putt would be good.
Pitch and putt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There
Need
you
some
go.
kind of top golf situation here. Then you could have target practice or whatever. You know?
Can figure that out.
I'd like to see that. I'd also like to see Liam, perhaps it's Thursday night, 4 days down, 1 to go. You order yourself some Oodle Noodle through our friends at DoorDash using the promo code RealLifePodDD. Get a discount-free delivery on your first order.
It'll be a short delivery to my house from Noodle Noodle.
Oh, do you live near one?
I live right behind the one in Shore Park.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not in the apartments, but just like behind those.
Yeah.
townhouses.
I know
That's where
exactly. Well, obviously, I know exactly where that is.
There you go.
So I could order it, but I think you can do pickup on DoorDash too.
Yes,
Of
you
course.
can.
Yeah, so I could just do it that way.
There you go.
Pick
Get
up with
yourself,
DoorDash.
get yourself a nice hot box with shrimp, maybe. That's my go-to.
Maybe.
3rd to last week of September, Calgary 17th Ave will be opening for our Calgary listeners.
Ooh.
Calgary. So what is that? Location 18?
We're trying to have people. We're trying to feed people the remedy to their Flames emotions right now.
Well, it is time to eat your feelings if you're.
Yeah, they got to eat their feelings. So we're gonna serve that up here in end of September.
It all makes sense. Well,
You should get Princey and all those boys down in Calgary, Jay, repping it.
100%.
Oh, totally. Princey should work there, I
You
think.
can demand they claim it's delicious or they're fired.
We'll just send Princey to work there like we did with Chris the intern. He learned
Man,
to run
that
the till.
guy had to do some things, eh?
Yes, he did.
That is just, we were just a scrappy, bootstrapped.
Where's Chris? Oh, he's doing his shift.
We
At
got
Noodle.
intern Chris. Yeah, you're lucky you're not part of those days. Doing the work in the till lunch rush at downtown Noodle because the labor
The least
force
you
was
could do
so
is
red
make
hot.
it.
I missed the peak, I guess, of this company.
Well, we'll bring it back.
I think we could all do a shift at Noodle.
It'd be funny to get Waz on there and see how he'd handle it.
Oh, could you imagine the lunch rush downtown? Yeah, the 109 location, and Waz is just sitting there. Oh my god! I'd like to see him walking it up, though. I'd like to see him mixing.
Yeah.
That would be a fun video.
Yeah.
Tyler versus Waz. Who can properly box a meal first? 2 Oodle Noodle specifications.
And every time someone comes to pay, you have to guess the accent and how many they get right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Neither of them get a lick. Not even close.
0 for 7, both
Yeah.
of them.
Even though they're all Canadians. Tyler is guessing Portugal and Iceland. All right. Anything else, boys? Or should we wrap up?
Oh, we are in summer content mode the second half here. This is great.
Well,
Love
you know
rambling.
what? We are planning our Summer Olympics that I just decided we're starting now because really I just want to play pickleball.
Yeah, I'm
pickleball.
Chalm in on to keep the franchise Chalmers is trying to build, but refuses to
Yeah.
come on the show to keep going.
I'm Chalm out on Chalmers not being here.
Yeah, I am so Chalm out right now.
All right. I want to thank our friends at the HGA Group, Alfa Romeo of Edmonton, Oodle Noodle, and DoorDash for making this all possible. And go get your World Juniors tickets. It's coming up next month. Little summer hockey to watch for the first time ever. Could be a good time. Check it out. Oodle Noodle. Well, buy that too. A franchise or a box, whichever you prefer. Real Life Podcast, episode 398 in the books. Thanks for being here, Liam.
No problem. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Real Life Podcast. Don't want to miss any of our nonsense? Hit the subscribe button and give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram.